guys, welcome back to another album review, first album review of 2024. Let's go! So, picked at random, we are going with Dean Martin's debut studio album, which is just called Dean Martin Sings. Pretty straightforward what all it is. So I'm going with the 12-inch long play version because there's more songs on it. You can, decide which one is the more complete version of the album, but I'm going with that one is the true one since it, has more songs. So, anyway, first track on here is Who's Your Little Whooses? And initially looking at the song title, I had not heard it before delving into this, and I've grown up loving Dean Martin my whole life, but unlike Frank, I hadn't really done a deep dive into him yet. So this year I think I'm probably gonna dive a lot more into Dean and unpack what all awesome hidden gems are in his discography. We're starting off with one of them right here. So initially I'm looking at the song title going, what's a who's this? And apparently it's just like baby talk. Like an affectionate term, baby talk, if you listen to the lyrics. Which, okay, in that context, it's pretty cute. Anyway, need to move this so I don't get distracted. So, anyways, still got distracted. But I went into it, and immediately I was like, this sounds familiar, but I've never heard this song before, and I'm thinking about it, and I figured out why it feels so familiar. While not a direct ripoff, the tune is very, very similar to Swonderful. Just saying. Play those two songs back to back, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, okay, but that already just right there put like the, not confirmation bias, but familiarity bias in play here. In that, well, I like the one, I like how this sounds, therefore, good song, but yeah, even though it's kind of a silly lyrical song, it is endearing, and it does have that hook in it that just, it's an instant earworm. It's simplistic enough to where even hearing it first time, your brain is already able to, fill in the gaps of the lyrics. Honestly, I think it was a smart move, putting that right at the start of the album like that. So the second track on here is a song called I'm Yours, and immediately my brain was thinking, ooh, is this like a song that Ringo Starr did a cover of on his Vertical Man album by the same title? No, it is not. No, it is not, but that's where my brain goes. But this song, though, it instantly launches off with, that sultry saxophone and just, the swell of the strings give it, a dreamlike quality, and then Dean's voice comes in, just... If you're like me, and you're a sappy, cheesy romantic, you're going to love this, and if it doesn't turn you to butter, I don't know what will. So, and for me, it immediately made sense why it's so effective in evoking a vibe the way that it does. Because when I looked at the songwriters on this, one of the co-writers of this song was Yip Harburg, who, amongst so many other classic hits of the crooner era, you might know him most famously for being the songwriter behind Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So, for me personally, kind of hits close to home. But, he's written loads and loads of stuff in that era. But this is no exception and just chef's kiss. So, track 3, I have to admit, this was my mind-blown moment of the album. Because while I've known this song most of my life, I didn't know it is a Dean Martin song. I didn't know it was originally his. I've known it as a Judy Garland song my whole life. Had no idea it wasn't originally hers. I realized she did a lot of American standards, so there's a lot of covers that she was doing. I just didn't realize this was one of them. I just thought this song is so synonymous with her name. I thought it was hers. Apparently it was Dean's the whole time. So just the whole time, I'm sitting here with goosebumps, this is so bizarre hearing somebody other than Judy sing it. And then having to keep reminding myself, yeah, this is the original. This right here, not hers. And it's arranged by Nelson Riddle, so you know that, the horn section is just, going crazy all over the place. It's a fun listen hearing it in a different approach than the one I am used to hearing it in. No bongo intro like the one I'm used to hearing with Judy's. And just wow, okay, alright. Obviously I love it, because I already loved her version, so I went in knowing darn well that, alright, I'm here for this. But yeah, I didn't realize it wasn't hers. So then the next track on the album is Come Back to Sorrento, which, oh my god. That one did things to me. We will not extrapolate on that, but it makes my Italian blood very happy hearing Dean sing in Italian for almost the entire song, I'll tell you that. Oh, that was amazing how much of an effect it had. But anyway, this song is a very traditional Italian song from the 1800s. Wasn't copyrighted till the turn of the century, but beside the point. But, oh, I don't know how I didn't know about this hidden gem, but if you've never heard it, I definitely highly suggest it. I'm just saying. But yeah, like even the mandolin player in there, just expert, especially the little outro at the end, just damn, imagining the fingering on that song, just wow. I am blown the fuck away on this one. So the next song in is called O Marie, although the way he sings it, it sounds more like he's pronouncing it Way Marie. But the first part of the song, the first half, is in Italian, and the way that it's orchestrated, I swear this feels like it belongs in an old school Disney movie like Lady and the Tramp or Aristocats or something of that caliber. Just, oh, it evokes such like a nostalgic warm fuzzies feeling. I can't even begin to explain it. And then the second half, while in English, all of a sudden picks up like a big band swinging kind of sound to it that I'm even more into, and I'm just like, okay, my only complaint is that the song isn't longer. I wish it were like twice as long. Both halves, I am here for it. Or at least the swinging part should be twice as long, but it's only like a 2-minute long song. I'm like, you could have added another minute to the swing side of it, and it's okay. But, oh man, that song is fun. So the next track is the one that closes out side one of the long play, and that is, With My Eyes Wide Open, I'm Dreaming. And it's another one with that very slinky, sultry saxophone, and like the harps going, and the strings, and just very dreamlike quality, a very romantic type of a feel, to the point where I was sitting here wondering, I wonder how many people were conceived as a result of this album. I'm just saying. I think it would still hold up today for quite a few of us. Which is saying quite a lot, given 70 years on, it still holds the same effect. But man, this is just one of those songs where you just listen to it and melt and imagine, wow, I wonder if he ever did this live. Can you imagine being in that audience just like looking up at him while he sings that? Like, how could you not swoon and melt? I'm just saying. So side 2 opens up with Just One More Chance, which kind of piggybacks off of where the last track left off, and continues that same vibe, that same dreamy, floating on a cloud, kind of a swoony feeling with this one. It's a little slower, it's a little longer, but does not detract from it one bit. No. Oh my gosh, this one I just... wow. Like, I had to actually play it a second time. I was just like, damn, they don't make singers like that anymore. No, I shouldn't say that. I mean, we do have Michael Bublé, but I mean, they are few and far between to find the ones that can do what Dean did. I would say he walked so others could run, but no. Someone else walked so Dean could run. I just don't know who the someone else first would have been, but... beside the point. This one kind of has a vibe that's almost akin to Perry Como or Bing Crosby in the vocals on it. I don't know how to better articulate what I mean by that, but if you know, you know. But I mean, I like this one. This is also a song that, I mean, in more than one way could work in the bedroom, because I mean, it could work for... or it could work as one you could go to sleep to quite easily, and it's not going to wake you up with sudden loud sounds or anything. It's just a really nice, pleasant track. Very chill vibes. So the next track brings the energy back up a bit. It's called Louise, and it's another one that's kind of a swinging, jazzy kind of a song, which is more my speed of what... I mean, if I'm going out of my way to listen to stuff, honestly more what I gravitate to, although I love the others too, don't get me wrong. But I mean, if I had my choice between one or the other, I like the more upbeat ones usually. So this, I was just like, yes, we're back on track here. So this song was brand new to me. I'd never heard it before in my life, but now it's in my arsenal as a new favorite. And the next track is the track that put Dean Martin on the map and made him a star. It's That's Amore. We all know it. We all love it. What is there to say about it that hasn't already been said a million times over? I don't think I even need to cover this one. If you're a human with ears, you have heard this song. Just saying. So the next track was another one I'd never heard of before, called I Feel Like a Feather in the Breeze, and it's kind of a, like, whimsical, lighthearted, upbeat kind of a song, and it's got a swing to it, so of course I'm happy, and again, nothing to say. I'm realizing this might be the first album I've ever given a perfect 10 to. Unless something drastic happens in the next couple of tracks, it's looking like we're in perfect 10 territory. I am very excited about this. So this next track is another one that became very synonymous with Dean's name, and this is When You're Smiling, the Whole World Smiles With You. I know a lot of his TV specials often opened with this track, so I mean, clearly it loomed large in his legend, and it's another one of those tracks that pretty much, if you are familiar with the American Songbook, just American standards, you know this song. Whether or not you know specifically Dean's version, that's up for debate. This is another one that I admittedly knew because of Judy Garland first, although that one I knew going in wasn't originally hers. I just wasn't sure who originally did it. I'm not even sure right now if this one is the original either. It could be a cover too, for all I know, but I know that it became very, very much known with Dean's name, so I'm thinking it probably was. But yeah, absolutely love this one. It's kind of weird hearing a slightly slower version of it than what I'm used to, with more strings and everything, but I like it though. And in the 11th hour, on the final song of the album, we finally have one that I don't hate it, I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't give it like full credit score, so it does just ever so slightly talk it down from being a perfect 10. It would be ingenuous of me, or disingenuous of me, to give it a perfect 10 just because I want it to be my first perfect 10. No, I have to be honest. The last track, a girl named Mary and a boy named Bill. Something about it felt cheap and cheesy, like it was trying a little too hard, and on this one, the horn section didn't elevate it. Actually, it added to this weird, cheap, kind of phony sentiment kind of a feel on this one that it's not a horrible song, it's not a bad song, it's sung very well, but I can't bring myself to give it the top marks. I can't do it, and it pains me, I wanted to give this album a perfect 10 so badly, but because of this track, I must dock it to a 9.5 out of 10, which I still think is the highest score I've ever given an album so far. I've never even rated a Beatle album that high so far. We'll see. I mean, I haven't finished reviewing those. Obviously, I've listened to all of them my whole life, but I have to finish out that series. But this is, just saying, I highly, 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 highly recommend this album if this is a genre that you're interested in, because it is phenomenal. But it's just unfortunate that I couldn't quite bring myself to get there on that last track. So, anyway, very much enjoyed it. Very much looking forward to deep diving into more of Dean's stuff this year. But yeah, so as usual, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.